It's really a pleasure for me, as always, to be back here in Budapest. Most of you probably are aware of my successes as a player, mostly, both for representing Hungary, winning many Olympic medals, world championships, and so on. But a lot of people are less aware of the fact that actually I dedicated pretty much most of the last 2 decades to coaching. And I wanted to say, first of all, a few words about what made me get into coaching or college coaching as such. I was very fortunate to born into a family and to parents who are both educators, and what great educators at that. And they taught me with a lot of love and care. And I think it's probably in my blood to be a teacher and to share my knowledge and experience with the next generations. But more specifically, why did I get into college coaching? Well, my very first students were my own sisters, as I'm the eldest of the 3 sisters. So I gained some experience and some success as a coach even. But then later on, after I moved to the United States, moved to New York, I have opened my chess center, my chess school, back in the mid-1990s. And starting there, and then throughout my travels, my exhibitions, my lectures around the United States, around the world, I spoke to probably thousands of young chess players and their parents, and they were all saying that, well, chess is a wonderful mind-developing activity for young people. However, what's the prospect beyond elementary school or middle school? It's not a practical profession unless you really become world champion or a top-level player. And I really felt that there was a lot more need in expanding opportunities, combining learning chess with your academic education. And we're very fortunate that things have improved greatly over the years. A lot of people outside of the United States may not realize how huge collegiate sports are in the United States. It's over $1 billion industry. Unlike in Europe and most other places in the world, as far as I know, where it is basically a social activity, something to do in addition to classes, but by no means it's being followed on television. I remember when we were at my previous university in Texas, a football game, a college football game, would have had easily 60,000 spectators. I mean, here in Europe, you may have that for a soccer game, European Cup or something of the sort. So it's really very different, how collegiate sports are being viewed in the United States. Also, another huge difference between how college life and costs are in the United States versus Europe or other places in the world is how expensive, as you can see, is to get a college education for a student, a family. And those, as important to point out, those costs are per year. Right? So let's say somebody wants to go to an average private college, it would easily cost over $50,000 per year times 4, and that's just the undergraduate education. Therefore, needless to say, every family is looking everywhere what scholarships may be available to lower those extremely high costs. Obviously, students are encouraged to be good students, get academic scholarships. There may be other need-based scholarships available. But I'm very pleased to tell you that there are more and more scholarships available for chess players. So, and I'm going to talk more about that, of course, in detail. So, as I mentioned earlier, when I met, as I said, many families and students around the world, they all wanted to be able to continue their chess education with academic education. And today, really the top talented players for sure don't have to make a choice, one or the other, but can combine it. Today, there are over 30 colleges in the United States that do offer scholarships of various levels for chess players, and among them, 7 different universities that offer even full ride type of scholarships. So the students don't have to pay anything, and not only doesn't have to pay anything, will get an education as well as serious chess coaching. These are those 7 universities, and I am the head coach and the director of the chess program at Webster University. That moved, my program SPICE has started almost 13 years ago now, back in Texas, but now already the 8th year that we are at Webster University, which is a global private university that we have a wonderful partnership with. They fully support chess. People often ask me, what about the elite schools, the Ivy League schools? Are they supporting chess? Interestingly enough, before this talk, I did a little bit of research as well to refresh my memory. And I saw that the very first InterCollegiate championships were held actually among those Ivy League schools back at the end of the 19th century. It's pretty stunning that long ago, they already had formal championships among the different elite universities. That's the logo of my institute, SPICE, that focuses not only on our chess team, but we also do some academic classes that combine chess with other fields such as logical thinking or history or other fields. This is the physical view of our building. You can see the blue little star on the top of our building, and we have an amazing facility that's over 11,000 square feet large, which is about 1,000 square meters. Sorry, it went a little too quick, just for a second back. So this is part of that huge facility that we have. This is one of the training sessions that we had with a guest grandmaster, Ryazantsev, and a number of our students there. This was our first championship team back in 2012. Among the team members were Wesley So at the time, or Georg Mayer from Germany, Mexican champion Leon Hoyos, Cuban champion Ray Robson. So I'm very proud of that first team that won for us at Webster. This is another year of our students, our mascot, the Gorlak, with Ray Robson, yet another championship trophy. And just as Arthur mentioned, I also very much believe in a holistic approach to chess, and fitness is extremely important in our program as well. And this was an occasion when Magnus himself joined our team members for a friendly soccer games during one of his tournaments that were held in St. Louis, Missouri. So that was a fun memory as well. A little bit about our program. The university chess team currently has 20 members from 7 different countries. Among them, we have 9 grandmasters, which is really remarkable because it's a fantastic opportunity for our team members, not just train together as a team, with the coaching sessions that I run, but it's also a fantastic opportunity for them kind of living on the same campus that they have the opportunity to meet up with anyone that they want, and it's like a constant training camp that normally chess players need to organize, go somewhere, pay for it, all those things. So here, in addition to their classes, they can combine naturally. They are literally neighbors or even roommates, many of those grandmasters. So it's something very organic, and that is, I think, a great part of the reason of our successes. You can see there some of the specific successes that our teams had over the past 7 years, but obviously I'm most proud of our team members winning 58 different national titles, which are more than all of the other collegiate programs in the United States combined. By the way, let me brag a little bit about my students. My proudest coaching memory, I would say, was in college chess, when a few years ago, I think around 2014, there was a major event, perhaps with the largest purse held in Las Vegas, called the Millionaire Chess. And they literally had like $1 million in prizes, and the top prize for the winner was $100,000, and the second place was $50,000. And I really had tears in my eyes when I saw that my two students, Wesley So and Ray Robson, played the final. It was certainly one of the highlights of my coaching career. I'm being often asked, what is the secret to Spice's success? Well, the 3 Ds. Can you guess what they are? Okay, starts with discipline, because there are always a lot of temptations, especially when you're in college. Diligence and determination. So I think those 3 are 3 of the key ingredients, principles in the approach that I try to sell to my students and show by example. But I think it's really, really important that they find the right balance, because yes, most of them are very young when they come to our program, could be 17, 18 years old. Some are in their early 20s or a bit older. And any of you who have been in college would, of course, know that there are so many temptations, right? Go to this party or that party, and then a lot of things to do. But finding the right balance between maintaining good academic grades, which we require from our students to be on the team and maintain their scholarships, with their chess training, because pretty much without exception, that's why all of our students who come to study at Webster choose Webster, because of chess. So they need to obviously put in the effort to try to improve. And I'm proud to say that practically without exception, all of the students that come to SPICE, they reach their peak rating while they are at the SPICE program. Okay. So what is the first thing that we do when a student comes to SPICE? We try to get to know each other, if I don't yet know too well that particular student, and try to understand, make an objective assessment of what may be the strengths and the weaknesses of the particular student. The next thing is to set goals. And it's really important to set both short, mid-term, or long-term goals based on the established current strengths and weaknesses. And then it's really important to have a very open dialogue and good communication with the students, and develop a very individualized program for each student based on the trust, respect, and of course motivation. It's absolutely key to success. And in team sports, in our team competitions, of course, team spirit is extremely important, which we do put a lot of emphasis in. And we do a lot of different activities to build on that, whether one year we may go apple picking or do a hiking trip or other little things before the season starts or before certain competitions. Well, I think my time is up, so thank you so much for your attention, and I enjoyed the conference greatly so far. Thank you.